Hello everyone and welcome to another Earlsdon Park Village Wellbeing video. In this video we're going to focus on basic step to wellbeing number 3, which is keeping active. Now there's a whole range of physical and mental benefits to keeping our bodies mobile, so I'll start by saying a little about those so we can hopefully find some enthusiasm and some motivation to stay mobile over the coming weeks. Now first of all, exercise can be a great energizer. It's a great way to find some energy. Rather than tiring us out and fatiguing us, often getting up and doing something actually helps stimulate our minds. Instead of sitting around in the chair and slowly drifting into that drowsy malaise, getting up and doing something can really give us some energy to take around with us into the day and into our daily activities. And this happens in part because exercise releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals that rush around the body, and which also help to relieve anxiety and sometimes to reduce sort of feelings of bodily discomfort. So exercise can act as what's called an analgesic, so a pain reliever. It reduces our perception of pain. So if you've got stiff joints or an achy body, getting up and doing something can really help to reduce the difficulty of that. And exercise also can help us to sleep. So if you're finding it difficult to sleep in the evenings, see if doing a bit of exercise during the day helps with that. Actually tiring the body out a bit more can make it easier to rest when it comes to the night time. And in terms of the mental benefits of exercise, actually spending some time to focus on our bodies is a great way to help us come out of our stories, out of those negative thought cycles. It's when we are stuck in our stories, in our tales about what needs to happen, what isn't here, but what we get so preoccupied by. This is when we start to get anxious and stressed. But if we instead come into the feeling of our bodies, something that's actually happening in this moment, we help ourselves to come out of those stories, and it can really ground us and help us find some composure and some stillness in times where it might be difficult to find that. So focusing when we're exercising on really being there in the body, on really noticing how the body feels, can be a great way to enjoy the full range of benefits that exercise can provide. And another of those benefits is the sense of accomplishment that exercise can give us. So it's something that we can put on our to-do list, which is really achievable. It's easy for us to accomplish, and when we look back, we can sense that we've really done something useful with our day. So those are some of the physical and mental benefits that exercise can provide us with. Now let's think then about some of the ways we can continue to enjoy these advantages, even in the more limited, more restricted times that we find ourselves in now. You won't be able to exercise probably in the ways you've been used to. So what can we continue to do to keep our bodies mobile? Now you'll notice that even though you're spending a lot more time in your apartment, somehow the apartment still manages to get messy. There's still so many daily chores to perform to keep the apartment neat and tidy, and we can use these chores as opportunities to keep our bodies active. We can really give ourselves to the various tasks that we find ourselves completing. We can really enjoy the bodily motion involved in the vacuuming, the tidying, the washing up. And perhaps with the washing up you might focus on really trying to maintain a good posture all the way through that activity, really trying to keep your posture good, and in this way working some slightly different muscles to the ones you might be used to, muscles in the neck and the back. We can build those small adjustments into our daily chores to extend the range of muscles that we're working out during our day. And you don't have to engage in really high intensity activity in your apartment. You might want to find some online keep fit videos from Mr. Motivator or Joe Wicks. That might be your thing, but you might also want to just focus on some lower intensity activities, just like stretching or maybe a few basic yoga moves. It's useful to build some small exercises into the day, as well as some of the more taxing ones. So Perhaps you could just focus on balancing on either leg, focus on just raising yourself up onto your tiptoes, just working some of those more subtle muscles. And maybe you might take this opportunity as well to try out some different kinds of exercise to what you've been used to. You might find a Tai Chi video on YouTube, or a book about Qigong, whatever it might be, something that you have been interested in, you haven't got around to. Now is a great time to get stuck into something that you've been planning to do for a while when it comes to exercise. And if you're not self-isolating, you can walk around the grounds of the village for a bit more variety for your exercise. You can use the stairs instead of the lift if you can manage that. And of course you can enjoy the group balcony exercises we're doing every Monday, Wednesday and Friday with Rob, and have a dance to that. Also have a dance in your apartment, put on some music. That's a good way to boost the spirits, as well as find some more high intensity activity to get stuck into. So there's a range of different ways that we can keep our bodies active, and keeping in mind the mental and physical benefits of that is a great way to motivate ourselves to do that in the coming weeks. Okay. Right, thank you very much. That's all for today.